If you're an aspiring actor, don't go to dramaschool.com. There is another way. Don't go to dramaschool.com.
Hello everybody, how's it going? Thank you for bearing with me. Can you hear me okay? Let me know if you can hear me okay. I've just come off another podcast and the sound was glitchy, had lots of complaints. So apologies if it's continuing. Do let me know if you can put comments in the comments section. Yeah, let me know if you can hear me okay. I won't proceed until I've heard from you because there might be something going wrong. Big fuzzy, right, okay, bear with me. I'm just gonna... yeah, I've heard it's crackly, right, okay. Bear with me. Okay, don't go anywhere. I'm just gonna see what I can do about this. Sorry about this. Hello, is this any better? Do you tell me, please, if you can, if this is any better? I'll keep talking so you can, yeah, just let me know if that's an improvement. It all seems to be okay here, but hey, I'm realizing it's not telling me the truth at my end. Perfectly clear, fantastic. Thank you so much. So I'll get going. Yes, thank you so much. Thanks for joining us tonight then, everyone, with this Don't Go to dramaschool.com workshop, and we're looking at how to be a charismatic actor. And I always ask as we go forward, where are you streaming in from? Where did you find out about this workshop? And I ask you to share with me at the end one thing that you've learned and you can apply, and I'll come back to this. Oh no, is it crackly again? Oh no. How annoying. Apologies for this. Right, okay. Bear with me. Let me see what I can do. Hello, how was that? Tell me how that sounds now. Is that any better? I'll keep talking so that I can hear. Thank you, Anthony. Is that better? Is that any better? Do let me know. I'll keep talking so you can hear. You can know what you're judging me against. But yeah, this is me talking. Hopefully it's not breaking up. Yes, do let me know. Is it the same? I do not know what is going on. I can only apologize. Give me one more moment. Let me see what else I can do. All right. Oh no. Hey, I'm going to start talking again. Do let me know what's this sound like. Is this any better? I'm talking. Do let me know. If I take the headphones out, you'll hear it repeats what I'm. Is that better? Cool. Okay. Let me know if it changes. Yeah, this is been glitching all day. A bit annoying. Fantastic. Okay. Yeah, if I take the headphones out, you'll hear me. It will repeat. You'll hear me repeat twice, so there'll be an echo. So, no, cool. Let's move forward then. So, I ask as always, where are you streaming in from? Where did you find out about this workshop? And yeah, and I'll ask you to share one thing you're going to take away at the end. Oh no, has it gone bad again? Hey, what is it? Every time I do the shrink the screen, is it? Oh, are you okay to stick with this? I can reschedule this again for those of you that don't want to try and get it sorted. I do not know what is going wrong. I think my laptop updated this week, and I've had no issues since before, and now this is the first time I've ever had it. If I take this out, then what does this sound like? Is this better? Does this work? I'll keep talking. Let me know what this sounds like. If you use a Mac, I don't know what you mean. If you use, it's crackling, is that okay? That's so annoying, isn't it? Right, okay. Let me see what I can do. Bear with me, bear with me. Can you, is that any different, or hold on, let me just, I'm just gonna put you out the show for a moment. I'm back. Is that any better? It does seem to be when I hit this, isn't it? Is that any better? I'm coming. I'm back. Yeah, I don't know what. Is that better? Okay, let's persevere. Okay, so hopefully it's not going to go. Yeah. Oh, thanks so much for your patience, everyone. So about myself, I'm a screen acting coach, obviously, a scriptwriter, also scriptwriting coach, producer, writer, and director. I worked on a number of top UK TV shows in the mid to late 1990s in the UK. My big thing is I created the world's first internet soap opera. I think it is when I moved the mouse, isn't it? I trained with a Hollywood's #1 screen acting coach, and this is where a lot of this philosophy is coming from. Okay, because it's Ivana Chibuk. Those of you that have heard her name, she's taught Brad Pitt and Jim Carrey. Her stuff is a game changer. Okay, you can get people. I don't have any. Let me see if I've got any Bluetooth. I don't think I've got any Bluetooth on. Maybe that's. I don't remember switching on any Bluetooth. Let me have a look. For technical support here. Sorry about this. Let me type this in. As she said, see if that is that better. I've said the Bluetooth was on. My apologies. I didn't even realise. Is that better? Does this sound better? Do let me know. I'm speaking. Hello. Has it got better? No. Okay. Shall I reschedule? Shall I reschedule this? Because I don't want to waste your time. Yeah. I'm using a mic on the camera, which I've used for the past few months, and I've had no issue. So I do not know what is possibly doing this. Is it still crackly? Let me just try one last thing. How's that sound? Is that any better? Does that sound better? Any better? I'm talking. Let me know if that's improved. This is so frustrating. Hello. Is that better? Do you want me to carry on? Let me know. Yeah, okay, I'll carry on if that's improved things. I think it may be in the Bluetooth. Thank you so much. So yeah, I'm also a professional happiness coach. So I teach positive, what I call success, positive psychology and success motivation. This is what we're going to look at mainly tonight, not acting technique, okay? Because it's all about your personal energy, which is going to make you charismatic. So I'm going to teach you how to raise your personal energy, which will just make people gravitate towards you. Okay, and so I created a online screen action training platform called Don't Go to dramaschool.com. It's an app and website based drama training school. It teaches you the screen acting techniques of the Hollywood stars. Is it crackly again? Oh. And it's making quality, industry relevant drama training accessible to all when you can hear me. This is so annoying, isn't it? Nothing seems to be moving. The only thing that's moving is the mouse. And this is I'll carry on for those of you that are willing to bear with us, and I'll reschedule this again. So we cover all of these components. I'm always going to be moving. Oh no. Okay. So we cover all of these components. Thank you through James. James is sticking with us, everyone. What about the rest of you? Are you going to stick with us? I can reschedule this one again. So we cover all of the components that you need to know. And a lot of it's the Ivana book stuff. We also teach Meisner and yeah, brilliant. And we look at mainly screen acting, but it's the fundamentals of acting stage as well. But if you think of what's happening in the industry at the moment, the streamers are dominating. It's even killing off cinema. Television is going online. It's all screen based. Yet UK drama schools primarily teach theatre acting. Theatres are being knocked down, turned into bingo halls. Okay, so yeah, so it's redundant. The future is screen acting. Don't go to dramaschool.com teaches you can learning weekly installments. It gives you training videos, practical exercises to complete, and study notes to continually reference throughout your career. And the price is a minimal $9.99 per workshop, not the $50K that you have to pay if you go to drama school. You also get mindset training and more tools like what you're going to be receiving today. I'm going to carry on, so bear with us. If it's really awful, please let me know. And I'm going to reschedule this anyway. Okay. I promise there's a free gift for all of those who stay to the end. But I'll resort to blackmail now, okay? So let me know in the comments, how many of you have been to drama school? How many of you are moving in the direction of some kind of acting career? And how many of you are feeling frustrated with where you currently are? I'm going to try, while you answer, I'm going to try one more thing, okay? So
Okay, I'm back. How does this? Can you hear me now? Is that better? I see your comments are coming through.
Is this better? Is this better? I'm talking. Do let me know that you can hear me. Yes, I guess that the crackling the stock has it. Okay, that's good. So Dawn, not been to drama school, but been to summer school. But you have summer school coming up. I've just started, so not frustrated yet, but I can see how you'd get nowhere if you didn't really put yourself out there. Yes. Okay, not. Is it gone crack again? Is it? Oh no. Okay. Ugh. I'm going to persevere and carry on, and then I'll try and get this sorted and come back to this. Okay. Apologies. I do not know what is going on. So yeah, as I said, drama schools teach you acting technique, primarily focus on acting technique, but they don't teach you success mindset and marketing. This is a shocking stat. This has come from December 2022. Only 7% of media professionals in the UK are from the working class. It's very public school dominated, and this includes acting. And the first Doctor Who's the guy, the northern guy? I've totally forgotten his name now. He wore a black coat. Maybe somebody who's a Doctor Who fan put his name in the comments. He was in a lot of 90s films. I can't remember. He was the first Doctor Who of the reboot. And he said if he was trying to be an actor today, he'd really struggle. There's no hope. Thank you, Anthony. And stats show over 90% of trained actors give up on their acting career dreams within 18 months of graduating. And if you think you're paying an utter fortune if you go the usual route, and how you are not paying 50k and devoting 3 years of your life to work in a call center for the rest of your career, or to give up. Okay. Yeah, Carlene, thanks so much. Yeah, check out the meetup and I'll rebook. Okay, apologies for this. I don't know what's going on. And yeah, so there's a lot of stats and a lot of actors are really, really struggling at the moment. Don't go to drama school is here to remedy that. So something is very wrong with current drama training. So we're going to look at how to become a charismatic actor and overcome these hurdles. Okay, the teaching tonight, the workshop tonight, will impact on your whole life, not just your acting career. What is discussed may surprise you, but stick with it. And we aren't going to be discussing drama technique or drama specific drama things to do on stage or on camera. We're going to be discussing your mindset and your personal energetic state, which is at the root of all true charisma. Working on this will change the person that you bring to the acting industry. Christopher Eccleston, thank you, Anthony. Yeah. Wow, you're good looking, Anthony. Don't mind me saying that. But most of you actor types are, aren't you? So, yeah. This workshop will fall into two categories: your current attitude towards life, where you are right now, and your relationship with yourself. So we're talking spirituality. When I say that, I don't mean religion. I mean the invisible stuff, your thoughts, your feelings, your personal energy, your mental energy, and how the conscious focus of your mind will move you in the direction of success. Okay, as I say, I'm a life coach, a happiness coach. I teach this stuff, and this works with everyone. Not immediately, because you have to have a build-up of energy, but this moves you forward. Those of you that have heard of the concept of law of attraction, I'm teaching this. I don't mention law of attraction, but I'm going to give you specifics. Actually, I've just seen your comment. But yeah, I'm giving you specifics on how to make your mind work for you so you can achieve all of your dreams and aspirations, not just acting success. This stuff comes from Esther Hicks, Abraham Hicks. Okay, and yeah, you can find out more at my MrHappiness2000.com website. Yep, there it is. That. So let's get started on this. So success is created by motivation. Motivation
Motivation is created by strong mental belief. So you need to know you are worthy of success. And that is all happening on a mental level. It's your continual internal self-talk. You have zero doubt. So you need to get confident and comfortable selling yourself. And the root of all positive action is continually talking yourself into what you want on a mental level. And I'm not talking lip service here. I'm not talking the arrogant stuff that you hear people all say, oh, I'm amazing. I'm amazing. Character is action. And once you've got the mind working properly, the action just follows effortlessly. Okay, if you convince yourself, talk yourself into being a great actor, and we'll look at that tonight, you will become a great actor. And the best actors are confident, aren't they? They're relaxed in their confidence. They don't need to be arrogant. We'll look at the specifics as we go on, but it is all about the mind. And if you're not there yet, you can be in a position of huge doubt. And this is why so many people drop out, because they're talking themselves out of what they want. They're talking themselves out of their dream rather than into their dream. And it all happens on a mental level. So we need to explore the law of attraction. I said I wouldn't mention that. And the Abraham Hicks emotional scale. So very quickly, overview of the law of attraction, whether you believe this or not. It's happening, and you will witness this in your life. Everything in the universe is energy. Like energy attracts like. We create our own physical reality through our chronic thinking. They say it's our chronic thinking manifests into physical reality. Our feeling state is always the indicator if we are thinking correctly or not, and if we're on target to manifest what we want or not. And I've achieved a number of big dreams. As I say, I created the world's first internet soap. Everybody told me, top TV producers, everyone told me it was an impossible dream when I did it. And I did it for 7 years. And once you live life at this level, paying attention to the focus of your mind and how it's making you feel, you will just start to achieve, and you'll start to achieve your acting success dreams. And if you're feeling frustrated right now or depressed about your acting career, you're thinking wrong. It's as simple as that. The quality of our thoughts create everything in our life. If we go back to success is about motivation, frustrated and depressing thoughts are not motivational. So you need to get conscious of your thinking. The contrast, the day-to-day content of our lives, is always provoking within us new dreams and desires, all of improvement. These improvements exist in our energetic future. Further down the line, we're moving towards them. They can become our reality if we chronically, mentally hold to them, which is belief. Belief can be such a trite word. Yeah, I believe it. How many of you believe that? How many of you believe in Christmas Day 2023? Because currently there's no evidence of it whatsoever, is there? It doesn't exist physically. It may be written on calendars, but there's no evidence of it at the moment. But we believe it, so we move towards it, and we make it happen because we believe it. Everything we do is through our belief systems. Okay, and the beliefs happen at the level of our internal mind chatter, the conversation we're having with ourselves mentally. All energy has a frequency. Our biggest dreams are of a higher frequency than what we're currently living on. So what you need to do to manifest your acting success is to chronically meet and match the frequency of your acting dream for it to manifest. We are supposed to all live out our dreams. How empowering is that? How does this sound? Don't mention the crackling, but does this sound like gobbledygook and utter blah? Or deep down, you're kind of resonating with this if you don't know about this already? Let me know in the chat. I will not proceed. Let me know what you think of this. Because again, like I said, this is about you and your perception of yourself and your chances of success in the acting industry. So it's all the future focused stuff. Let me know what you think. Put your answers in the chat. And if any of you have any questions on any of that, I will redo this workshop again, don't worry. Okay, you're being very silent. I can get down. Thank you, James. Yeah. How does it resonate? Anthony, you're listening. Thank you. Does it resonate? Have you achieved success before? You know, think of the your favourite subject at school. Hopefully it's drama. Was you good at it? Was it easy? Did you enjoy it? All of those things are indicators of success, isn't it? Even if you like maths, the subjects that you hated, that you struggled with, you didn't enjoy. Your energy, there was resistant energy around it. Someone might have told you weren't very good at maths, so you mentally you didn't embrace it. You doubted yourself. Whereas the topics you're good at, acting, I assume, to be one of them, is where you've had no doubt on your personal ability. So when you don't doubt, you just move forward. So how do you know you are close to success, to achieving success? Let's look at the emotional scale now. Okay, this is coming from Abraham Hicks. There's a 22 stage scale. Okay, so at the very bottom is depression, and this is relevant to life, all subjects of life, as well as your acting success. So, you know, your financial life, your romantic life, your career life outside of acting, and as well as acting success. So, at the very bottom, where life hurts and where there's no momentum forward, and where these thoughts hurt, is depression, powerlessness, fear, and grief. As we move slightly up, there's revenge, hatred. You know, you might have friends that are succeeding more than you are. You're jealous of them. So it's all quite a low level, very disempowering. As you get further up, it hurts less. But, you know, number 10 is frustration, irritation, impatience. You know what you want, but where is it? Why isn't it happening to me? And then as we move up the scale, you come into your power from 7 up to 1. And there's contentment, optimism, positive expectation or belief. Positive belief, that is, you can negatively believe. Enthusiasm, excitement, and you're feeling these before, that you're feeling this emotion before the manifestation, before you actually get the part or the break. We're just feeling you're loving life, basically. And number 1 is love. You're feeling empowered. Maybe when you was at drama school, those of you that have been to drama school, maybe when you was in a play, this is where you felt this. It's where you were cast in the lead and you felt, yeah, I'm on the cut. You know, something is happening to my mind. And it wasn't the reality that you're surrounded by. It was your mental focus and your mental perspective on your current reality that is giving you these emotions. Let's see, we've got a comment here. Yeah, no worries, Dawn. Thanks so much for joining. I'll reschedule it on the meetup group, okay? And I'll get the sound issues fixed. Okay, yeah, so the emotional scale. So it's a 22-step scale, and you can be anywhere on there. Okay, you're going to be somewhere on there. Okay, so the highest frequency is love, joy, appreciation. As you approach success, you start feeling really good and energized. Happiness then is a prime indicator that you're on the path to your success. And to be happy, you have to be believing in your dreams. There's no doubt. Okay, because everything from stage 8 to 22 just sucks the life out of you. There's no joy in those emotions. So how do you climb the scale? That's what you want to know, isn't it? You need to constantly reach for better feeling thoughts about your acting career, thoughts that get you buzzing. So if you face reality, your current reality, where you might not have any breaks happening, you've not got any auditions coming through, and you're just looking at that, it's going to hurt. So you need to find a perspective, that gets you buzzing. By positively future projecting, starting to believe more, starting to be optimistic, positively expectant, and you need to practice this. It's not like you can just say, I'm going to be positively expectant, and that becomes your default setting. You need to have this, you need to practice this constantly, talk yourself into it on a mental level, continually. Okay, the happier you're going to become, the more charismatic an individual, not just an actor, you become. Okay, and you're going to move towards success. So, teaching number one, you can say, never face reality. Where you are going is more important than your current now. Okay, how is all this sounding? Is it empowering or gobbledygook? Do let me know. People are dropping off this call. Hopefully it's because of the sound level. But this is mindset training, which is going to make you a charismatic actor. Do let me know, those of you that say, oh, one person's come back. Do let me know. Those of you that's still on this call, what do you think of this? How does it sound? Do let me know. I'm going to play some clips from Abraham Hicks, all about acting, talking with actors. So you're going to hear this not from just me, but from the guru of this. Okay, none of you are commenting, so I'll carry on. So let's do a focus exercise then. So we do two. Okay, so first of all, we'll do it for 1 minute. Okay, focus your mind on, actually, we just do one exercise, okay? So I want you to play the mind movie. Now shut your eyes and play the mind movie of you at the Oscars, okay? So so just visualize, be specific and everything. Who sat next to you, what room looks like. Play the mind movie. Don't think of how you're going to get there, but think of the reality of this. Just future project you being at the Oscars now, okay? And they're going to they're reading out the best actor or actress award, okay? And there's nominees, and then one of them is you, okay? And then the winner is, they open that envelope and they announce your name. And I want you to play the mind movie now. Shut your eyes, just play it for 2 minutes. Visualize this happening. Visualize you standing, walking through the crowd, going up to the stage and taking the Oscar. I'll give you 2 minutes to do this, okay? Over to you. Okay, how did that feel? Let me know in the chat. Did that get you buzzing, or was it difficult? Did you find it hard to do? Do share in the chat, please. Anyone there? Anyone commenting? Okay, we'll move forward. I'll wait for your comments to come through. So we'll look at it. We'll listen to a video clip now from Abraham Hicks talking about acting. Okay, and charisma. Okay, and yeah, do let me know how that exercise felt, and type away in the comments.
Yeah, I want to be an actor, and I'm training at the drama school in London. I've been on a foundation, and there's a lot of things that scare me and stop me from doing what I want to do. So I make excuses. For example, I had an audition the other week at this drama school I'm at, and there was no success, so I use an excuse like, oh, my articulation's not good enough, my breathing, why did he get in, that's not fair. But then what I want to do, and I'm scared of doing it, for examples, we have little group exercises where we do sight reading, and because I have dyslexia, I'm scared of just throwing myself in and looking like a fool, I guess. But I want to do it, so, and I can see myself doing it, but I'm scared of doing it.
Well, there are a number of things that we want to give to you, and you're going to hear this really easily. It's going to make perfect sense to you. And as you sort of settle in to the ideas that we are presenting here, you're going to find it surprising at how your discomfort dissipates and how powerful you begin to become. So, first and most important, now we've already talked about this a little bit here, but we're going to amplify it for the sake of this wonderful question. Do you hear what we say when we say the contrast causes you to put more into your vibrational escrow? So it's accurate to say that if someone is sick today, that their desire for wellness is stronger than when they were not sick. So they're actually sending a more acute, more pointed, more focused, more powerful rocket of desire into their vibrational escrow for wellness than before. So can you imagine how, if you are willing to subject yourself to the discomfort of those auditions, can you imagine you don't get it, you want it more. You don't get another one, you want it more. You don't get another one, you want it more. In other words, some of the most spectacular and well-renowned actors in the world are those who had rejection after rejection after rejection. And they often say, that's what toughened them. We say, no, that's what made them. That's what helped them to fine-tune who they are. That's what helped them to know what they want. That's what helped them to intensify their desire, you see. It's so the rejections, unpleasant as they may seem, are the very stuff that are building your portfolio, you might say, in this vibrational escrow. You hear that and can feel that, can't you? But now there's another step to it. It doesn't matter. Oh, there are a lot of people that through that trial and error experience have built magnificent portfolios. As we said earlier, there is a veritable fortune aligned for so many people who never let themselves have it because they continue to beat the drum of the absence of what they want. So at some stage along the way, in other words, step one, contrast, 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 ask, 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 ask. You just can't do enough asking. Don't feel bad about it. Come away from one of those auditions that you didn't get, and if anybody says, how did it go? Say, it went really good. I added to my vibrational escrow. They won't get it, so you don't want, maybe might want another, find some other words, but we want you to know you added to it. You added to it. In other words, oh, I'm getting the momentum going now. My stream's really flowing now. In other words, you just, all of that, the more of those that you can go at and fail at, the better. Because the more often they say no, the more often you say why. What is it that I want? What is it that they want differently? So that's really an important thing to understand, and you got that completely.
Yeah.
Now the next thing is, and this is going to be an easy part for you too. this is the most important aspect of this adventure that you are upon. And the profession that you are choosing is slightly tricky here because as an actor, you want to appeal to the public. You want them to like you. But we want you to not give a rip about them. Because if you get too invested in what somebody else thinks about you, they'll just make you mad. Crazy. Because everyone is looking for something different. And as you're trying to conform to what this one wants and this one wants and this one wants and this one wants and this one wants, what you're really wanting to do is decide what kind of an actor you want to be. Decide, do you want to be someone that is just typecast? Do you want to be, if you do, become a derelict that lives in the street, become a drunk or an addict? There are a lot of those in movies, and then they can just say, oh, there's an addict. He won't even have to act. We can just just prop him up here and he can play the part really well. Or do you want to be someone who is so good at your craft that as they describe to you who this character is, that you are able to assume the identity of this character and behave as this character would, you see. And so that's another advantage of applying for a variety of parts. You see, if whoever is conducting the audition does not evoke from you a good performance, they have not clearly communicated to you who this person is. So that's the thing that you most want to know as you're playing with them. Get them to describe more fully to you who this person is. Who is this person? How does this person fit into this? And then you, as quickly as you can, get yourself off alone where you can internalize for yourself who this character is. And once you know who the character is, the behavior will flow effortlessly from you. And if it's not flowing effortlessly from you, it's because you don't know who it is. And we suspect that that's what's going on. You're getting confused. You don't know for sure what they want, and you're afraid you won't please them, and you're not sure who the character really is, so you don't really know. But if you know that, then you will deliver it with your ease of style in a way that is authentic, that will blow them away. The last thing that we want to say to you, and we touched on it just a little bit, is, and we know we're out of time, come to us where there is no time and we'll chat on endlessly. When you remember that you have access to infinite intelligence and that it is always there for you, so you care about being in tune with who you are first and foremost, that's where you gain your confidence. In other words, you don't get your confidence from experience. You get your confidence from alignment. So it's the pre-work that you do prior to the audition that matters most. It's the self-talk. It's that this is going to be fun. And at a minimum, I'm going to learn a lot. And it's going to be fun to interact with these people. And it'll be fun to see how they work this situation. And it'll be fun to feel how I hold myself steady. And it'll be really fun to see what it is they're looking for. And it'll be fun to watch the others and see how they go. It's going to be really fun to feel them pull through me. It'll be fun to see how good they are at drawing forth from me what they want. And here is the most significant thing that we want you to know. If you can see yourself as someone sought after, so that you are doing the interviewing here. In other words, you're going to see if what they have going on here is up to speed with who you are. It's not about you being chosen from them. In other words, think about those actors that are offered the parts, who get to decide. They're reading the scripts. They're trying to decide, that's not for me. Oh, that's not for me. Oh, that doesn't appeal to me. That's who you are, you see. You get to decide whether you play with them, and if they are good enough, maybe you will. Good time for a segment of refreshment.
How does that sound? There's loads in there in that clip, really empowering. You can hear just saying you've got to talk yourself into it. That's what I've been saying to you. But where is that guy on the emotional scale? He says he's scared a lot, didn't he, at the beginning? He's really lacking confidence. And if go back to the scale. Let's get it here. Scared, insecurity, unworthiness. You know, maybe it's not that far down, but like worry, doubt, 13, 14. He's not at the top of the scale. He's not in optimism, hopefulness, positive expectation. He's literally talking himself out of his dream. Unconscious. He's unconscious of this stuff. But yeah, he's facing reality, isn't he? He's not, as she says, as Abraham Hicks says, he's not done the work. He's not prepared himself mentally prior to getting in the audition room. He's giving away his power, and he's trying to please others. And we're going to return to this again on this workshop. But and yet, how good did the ending feel? That you're so in your power. You're so, and not arrogantly, but you're so aware of what you can offer the industry. You're doing the interview. And there's a really interesting interview with Denzel Washington before he got his break. His big break was Cry Freedom. And he was a black actor, male actor, and he said the parts he was getting, and he got offered something like I don't know, several million, £500 million role to play a black murdering rapist. And he said to his agent, I don't want to do that kind of stuff. That's not what I'm about. He knew his value system. And his agent was like, are you crazy? Think of the money. He's like, I don't want to do that. And 6 months later, so he rejected that, knowing he stood in his power, knowing what he stood for, who he was. He was confident in his energy. And 6 months later, he got Cry Freedom, which started his career, got him noticed internationally. He knew what his value system was, what he wanted to bring to the industry, who he is. So this is more about just acting parts in it. This is about your energy, bringing a conscious awareness of your values to the system. So let's have a look. So how many of you are doing this? Be honest now. How many of you are fearful, afraid of putting yourself out there, of feeling powerlessness in the face of this multi-billion-pound industry where all these top names are? Because the solution is you do the opposite. You have to do this. Only you can do this. But you talk yourself into your dreams on a mental level. You tell yourself your strengths, not your weaknesses. You talk yourself up the emotional scale, basically. And through doing that, you raise your energy, your personal energy. That's when you become charismatic. Let's listen to another video clip now.
My question is, when you're an actor and you're up and coming and you're pursuing acting career, there's a lot of waiting tables you have to do, and there's a lot of...
Before you go further, we just want to interrupt you. We just want to talk about that one phrase. You're up and coming, but your vibration has already up and come. That's done. And so rather than thinking about up and coming in relationship to everyone else, think in terms of closing the gap between where you are and what's already. It's a more productive thought for you than up and coming. Abraham, since I am an actor and a good one, and I have a vibrational escrow of greatness, what might I do to move in the direction of that greatness? That's a more powerful phrase than up and coming.
My question is about organizing your life around supporting your acting career that's requiring a lot of side crap jobs to in between.
We know.
And that lowers your vibration because it's a soul-sucking thing.
It doesn't need to, because your vibration can be as high or as low as you decide to make it. And as you do some segment intending on your way to your crap job, think about the segment intending that is. I've got this crap job and this crap job and this crap job and this crap job. But if you segment intend, in other words, because there are things of delicious nature in all of those places that as you identify and isolate them and milk them, some of them you can use as the vibrational reason that you're up and coming vibrationally, that you're allowing your vibration to rise. You see, your vibration will naturally rise. It's like the cork under the water. You can hold it under there. When you let go, it's going to bob to the surface. So your vibration will bob to the surface unless you're focused upon something that you're pushing against. So if you are doing exactly the same things, going to all those same places, but with a different intent of going there,
with an intention of discovering. There are people around you with such potential to surprise and delight you that you can't let yourself rendezvous with because of your predisposition about what that place is and who they all are. You kind of get what we're talking about? They are the contrast from which your dreams are made. Here's a good analogy. Maybe you'll like it. So, we like it. Let's say that instead of saying, I'm an actor, you said, I am a gold miner. But before I can mine this gold, I have to get the elements of the earth together in the proper way. There are scientists who know what that is. And I have to apply enough pressure on them to make rivers and veins of them. I might even have to have some tectonic plate shift and some upheaval, volcanic activity. And I'm getting on that because I'm creating the gold mine now. And we say, oh, no, the gold mine's already created. All you have to do is get in the zone and you'll be inspired to where the gold is that you've already put there. How about that? And there's gold in them thar hills. Everywhere you are, there is something that you want. But what happens to humans, you say, I'm an actor and there's where I want to be and here is not where I want to be. And we say, if here is where you are and here is not where you want to be, you can't get to where you want to be. You have to make where you are where you want to be, even if you don't want to be there. You have to find something about where you are that causes you to like to be there. Or you have to just let yourself dream and let the dream be more dominant. So where you are is irrelevant because while you're going through the motions of that, and you're still dreaming that dream. We don't want you to dream in your future. This present sucks and I'm dreaming in a future. That's the story that a lot of successful actors tell. But it's not the most productive story. That takes way longer than it needs to. Tell us your favorite crap job. What is it?
Catering, bartending.
Bartending.
Yeah.
Is there ever an opportunity for more performance than there? So here you are performing, and an audience, a captive audience, usually drunk. And they're wanting to be uplifted and wanting to have a good time and wanting attention from someone, and there you are. What could be more fun? Esther says all the time as she's making her way through the belly of the hotel wells or even sitting in a kitchen in anticipation of visiting with you all, and she's thinking to herself, there's no place on earth I would rather be than right here, right now. There's nothing I would rather be doing. That's how you want to feel no matter what it is that you're doing. It's not the most fun thing to be on an airplane for a lot of hours, but it's something that's sort of part of the process, and you can line up with it. And that's really the point that we're wanting to make with you. That's the law-based thing that we want you to hear. If you do something because you have to, rather than because you want to, then you're not lined up with it. So either don't do it or do it. And if you don't do it, line up with not doing it. And if you do it, line up with doing it. Because lining up with it, and by lining up with it, we mean look at it the way your inner being is looking at it. And your inner being is always looking for life-giving opportunities. If we go through your list of 10, it'll be just like the last one. The whole reason that you want to be an actor is because you want to uplift. You have a captive audience all the time right there wanting to be uplifted. Wanting to hear wisdom from you. Bartender wisdom. Life wisdom. Why do you feel so good while you're here? I love people. Why do you look so good? Well, that I can't help. And I do have these products. Why do you seem so happy? I am happy. I'm not just seeming happy. I'm not acting that. I'm feeling that. What are you happy about? Oh, potential and now. I'm happy that I get to talk to you. Happy that I get to be in this great place. I'm happy that you all are relaxing and enjoying yourself. And you know, I'm an actor. I do that too. And the reason that I like to be an actor is because I like to uplift people. And this just fits that bill too. I can't be on a stage all the time. And even if I could, I think I might still want to do some of this, because this is up close, having opportunities to get to know people and uplift people and learn from people and define myself. My acting is fun too. It pays a whole lot more. There's so much that is coming. I can feel it in the pipeline. But with that, somebody else has written it and somebody else is directing it. Here, it's just you and me. Here, we're creating it as we go. We're following the plot line, and we're, by our focus and by the power of our minds. In other words, some of them you can get that deep with. Some of them will eat it up, drink it up. Following?
Yeah. So my question was whether to just keep on doing crap jobs in between acting gigs and change the way I look at things in the direction of what you were just saying.
Do you have a choice?
Well, there is always a choice to introduce new things you do in New York, because there's so many opportunities. But the problem
But
is,
what's the path of least resistance?
the path of least resistance for me is keep on doing jobs.
This
that
is a
are,
big question. That's the right answer. This is a big question. Is the path of least resistance to stay where I am and adjust my attitude about it, or to take my crappy attitude to another crap job? We mean tuning yourself to the best of what it is and letting things out there in that subtle desert, or that desert of crappy jobs, let those things begin to reveal themselves to you in a way that you had not seen them before. Because life is not just going from pinnacle to pinnacle to pinnacle to pinnacle of wonderful things. Life is about the journey in between, and that journey is about the desire that's focused within it, you see. Once you begin talking to those actors that are so well employed and so known by the world and so well paid and so happy in their work, once you get up close and personal to them, and you are and you will, once you get up close and personal to them, you will hear them often say, those of them who are not quite up to speed with what you're getting up to speed with, they'll reminisce and they'll remember the succulent contrasting times of hardship versus breakthroughs. And as they tell the story, it's all about the breakthroughs. It's all about the breakthroughs. And the breakthrough is what we want you all to focus on, because in any moment that you allow yourself to find that vibration of upliftment, you'll have a breakthrough into something. And each one of those breakthroughs, it's not just the breakthrough into stardom and fame and riches, it's all those breakthroughs. That's why you're here.
Hey, so how did that sound? I know there's a lot for you to take in there. There's a bit of jargon, but yeah, let me know what you're thinking of this, because these talks convey what I'm saying far more specifically than I can sort of convey. But are you saying it's all about your personal energy, your mental perspective on your world now and in the future? It's all about your mental focus. That is what gives you charisma. That's what raises your energy. That's what gets you moving forward in the world. That's what creates opportunities. We're told that we've got to make life happen for us. Life comes to us. Remember, it's law of attraction. Everything is energy. Energy is attracting similar energies on the same frequency. If you can get really happy and expectant about your acting career dreams, you will attract the opportunities to you. It becomes quite simple that way. There's no sort of pitching into the dark. You consciously know what you're doing. He said, so the start of this clip was all about this guy's attitude to life as he moved towards success. He was quite critical in crappy jobs. We all think we're doing crappy jobs. I've felt that myself. And he just feels so exhausted and fatigued and lethargic and bored by life. And the work is to start loving the world mentally, not judging or criticizing it. That's what raises your energy. That's what gets you moving up the emotional scale. That's what makes you charismatic. There's nothing more uncharismatic than a miserable person who's full of moaning and groaning. I'm sure you all know that. The most important statement here is, and this applies to your acting career and the rest of your life, is the path of least resistance to stay where I am and adjust my crappy attitude. So to change yourself and not expect the world to change, but change you to a more positive mental perspective, or to take my crappy attitude and move it to another crappy job. So if you just take yourself with you, right, you know, so many people say the grass is greener somewhere else, but if you're taking your crappy energy to somewhere else, you're just going to attract the same kind of crappiness that you've got here to where you go to. Nothing's going to change. If you change your own attitude and your energetic frequency, then your world changes. Yeah, it's all about. Sorry, I've got a brilliant comment here. Avian, is that Avian Review 3? That's a strange. Oh, Manuel, it's fantastic listening to the speaker. It is about talking to ourselves. You get to align. That is it. It's the key. It's how you, the way you talk to yourself in your head, is a focus of your mental. Is your mental focus. And if you focus it on what you want chronically, you are going to start feeling really good. Your energy is going to rise. You're going to start achieving success. That's what it's all about. It's belief, mental belief, nothing to do with what other people are telling you. You know, when you listen to anyone, Madonna, and all the, you know, Dustin Hoffman, he's really interesting. If you know of him, he won Oscars in the 80s. He didn't get his acting break till his late 30s, 40s, and he did a film Tootsie, where he played a woman. It's a hilarious comedy. I recommend you all watch it. He's a failed actor, a male actor, and he's teaching a female student how to audition for a part in a daytime soap opera. And everyone tells him he'd never get a break. He's rubbish, even his agent. So he dresses as a woman and gets the part. And it's all about him having to masquerade as a woman as this top soap opera star in America, and it's hilarious. But the thing, what I'm saying is, if you research you see him getting rejected, and being told he's too short, too tall, too thin, too old, and he said all of what was in the script he took from real life, his own rejections. Everything was true. Nothing was fantasy. So all of his early rejection made it into that script, which got him an Oscar. So everything's working out for you when you're aware of it. If you go through life resenting it and hating it, you're just going to forever be stuck. So yeah, until you start enjoying life and feeling chronically good, you are stalling you moving towards your dreams. And isn't, as Abraham says on that, but isn't acting and creativity all about observing, absorbing, and mirroring life? So you need to be out in the world, experiencing it, living it, observing. This is what I say to a lot of actors and writers that I work with. You know, your dynamite, your gold that you're bringing into the industry is your own unique life experience. And when you're in the industry, you can be stuck in the studio, having to, develop storylines, and your life shrinks because it becomes about the industry. So the more life experience you have prior to getting into the industry, you can say the more hopes and pains and successes and failures, the more experience you have of the emotional scale, it's going to make you a greater actor. You'll have more resources, more life experience to draw upon. We're told in this current culture, it's kind of been like this for about the past 20 years, that unless you make it when you're 18, you ain't going to be successful. That's so not true. And I know with the streaming industry now, Netflix and Amazon and Disney Plus, their whole thing is about creating intergenerational content. So it's for all ages. You're going to see a lot of actors, older actors getting required, and there's not many of them that are affordable. So it's going to be new talent that's going to be required. So don't give up on your dreams. Some people get their break in their 50s, and then they realise it's almost destiny. They weren't prepared until that moment. It took them 50 years to prime themselves. So don't be in a hurry to get anywhere else other than where you are. Enjoy life, savor it as you are, and your energy will rise. That will speed you towards your success. Yeah, when your vibration, your emotional state, I know there's a bit of jargon with all of this stuff, is at a chronic high level. So chronic means consistently high level. You're feeling good all the time. Life will effortlessly move you where you want to be. And I've experienced this on a number of occasions. It's exhilarating. You attract the pathway, it comes to you. You don't have to be out scouring the internet sites every day looking for those auditions. You don't have to be, you don't have to be applying effort, especially arduous effort. If you're enjoying the process, then it's beneficial to you. It's like smooth. It's it's energized. It's enjoyable. If you're feeling it's arduous, it's not working for you. It's only arduous because of your perspective, though. So maybe change your perspective. But if you're not enjoying it, don't do it. Can you see? So none of this is about your acting technique. It's about you, your personal energy, the amount of joy that you're feeling. This is what creates success. It's nothing to do with the drama school that you go to. You might have a belief system that, oh my God, I'm only going to make it if I go to RADA. That's not true. Look at Ricky Gervais. He didn't go there. He's right at the top. But he's a happy guy. And if you read his autobiography, he's been happy. He was well happy before he got the break. So your mental attitude about the world and yourself primarily creates your success, nothing else. And talent, when you start doing this work, you naturally gravitate towards all that you need to fulfill your acting career dreams. Again, energy attracts like. So you will find what you need. You'll meet the people that you need at the right time. Don't worry about it. Don't live in fear. Don't think that there's something missing in your sort of makeup at the moment. Just trust the universe. Trust yourself. Know that life is unfolding perfectly for you. Let's listen to another video clip now. Hopefully these are all empowering you.
Abraham, the last couple of weeks I've been thinking about the subject of talent, and it got me thinking, what really is talent? Because when you think about it, people say that a child that's born with an incredible amount of talent, it's an unexplainable gift. But is it just merely a being's desire to know a certain subject and they've focused on it for so long that they've accumulated this wealth of information, or is it really an unexplainable gift?
It is not unexplainable as far as we are concerned. It is, when you view your great artists or musicians or the masters of whatever, most of you see them as very, very unique and very rare, very different from the rest of you. And actually all that they have achieved is a clearer blending with that which they really are. In other words, they are, for whatever reason, and there are many different reasons, not resisting their natural connection with broader perspective, where most of you are, you see. And so talent, we could define it very succinctly, is your conscious allowing of your broader awareness. You've heard us say, when you get your desire and your expectation all going in the same direction, then you are more powerful. You've heard us say, think about feeling good. Identify first how you want to be or feel on the inside, and then the inspiration to act will come. And so this talent that you are talking about is often called the inspiration. In other words, you see what we are saying? Mm-hmm. And so it is just a clarity between the physical being and the non-physical being.
That one kind of repeats what I just said, but that's a bit jargony, that one. But if you think basically, she said it in that the want and the positive expectation, and when she says you're blending with your extended being, or whatever terminology she said, basically you've projected that want, a desire, a dream into the future, and your energy is connecting with it. You're thinking in the direction of it, regardless of your current reality. It's always being future focused, always having your expecting what you want. This is powerful stuff. This is radical. Hopefully, this is really working for you, and this is getting you excited, because that's an indicator that you're thinking in the right direction. So your relationship with yourself is pivotal to achieving any success in life, let alone acting, in any kind of success. Okay, let's listen to one more clip now. This is on charisma?
I have a couple of questions.
We have one answer.
I want to ask a question about. You said the beauty is in the eye of the beholder, and I just thought of something.
It's like saying perception is in the eye of the perceiver. It's like saying understanding is in the interpreter of the frequency.
So my question
We could say it 100 different ways. Do you want to hear all of them?
My question would be, can an unattractive person be attractive? In other words,
Well, let's talk about what unattractive or what attractive is in the truest sense. So attraction is what we talk about all day. Attraction is vibrational frequencies of like joining like. And so when you find a way to find resonance with who you really are, you've got attraction power going on. Attraction in action. In other words, when you're tuned into who you are. And it is that quality that from the beginning of man's awareness of man has been what has to be defined as attraction. In other words, the most attractive, charismatic people in the world are those who are in alignment with who they are. That's why what people try to describe as they're talking about that inner beauty. It's alignment that is at the core of that, you see. Because think about what is attractive. Someone who's tuned in, tapped in, turned on, which means they've got really good timing and they're really good focusers and they can really hear what you say. And they're always reaching for the highest frequency and they're evoking the best feeling things from you. They are bringing you to your best good. They are making you feel, therefore, the best about yourself. That's attraction power, you see. This attraction can be translated in many ways. As we were saying earlier, you translate through your eyes and through your ears. There's some music that's more attractive to you than others. There are some things that are visually more attractive. But once you get to the basis of that power of attraction and you're tuned into who you are, anything in the world that you are wanting to come to you will come.
So looks means nothing. I mean, physical appearance.
The only thing that matters is what you think about it. There are people that look at theirs and other physical appearances and use it as a pipe closing experience. And some of what appear to be the most beautiful people in the world have really closed pipes relative to themselves and others, you see. Energy flowing feels good. That's the only thing that you really need to focus on. And if the energy that you're flowing feels good, then all is well with you.
Wow, yeah, that was a really good one. Yeah, I'm seeing your comments. They're really good. Yeah, this stuff is a bit clunky, a bit jargony, a bit, whoa, what's it going on about? This is why I teach this stuff, because to break it down and kind of simplify it. You can go on my website, mrhappiness2000.com, as mentioned at the beginning, to find more about this philosophy. But it's the bits that are coming out and meaning something to you. Like she said at the end there, all you have to do is focus on the flow of your energy. If you're feeling good, you know you're doing it right. It's that simple. It's being optimistic. She says about people being in sync, tuned in, tapped in, turned on with who they are. It's being up to speed with your dreams. So some of that's asking to be an actor, haven't achieved it, but they're thinking in the direction of positively being expectant. Let's go back to the emotional scale, top of the emotional scale. They're optimistic. They're positive. Their belief is strong. They're going to achieve it. They're not just going to achieve crappy acting success. They're not going to get second messenger roles. They're going to be the next George Clooney. They're going to make a positive impact on the world. Tweak what you're thinking. Get it up to speed with your biggest dreams possible. And as you practice that, you're going. The first indicator you're doing this right is that you start feeling really good. Your energy rises. That will create charisma. And then the more you do this, stuff starts to manifest. And yeah, that's what. If you're hearing that from all of this, then you're hearing everything. All the terminology in that. Don't worry about it. Yeah, it's all about the emotional scale. Get yourself thinking up to the top of the emotional scale. The top of the emotional scale is love. We are all love. This is our purest form. We are love, seeking to love. So many spiritual, and I'm not religious whatsoever, but so many religious texts and spiritual texts say this. And once you acknowledge that, regardless of your spiritual belief, you start to, you're activated to succeed in life. When it says here, when you are loved, you are attractive, you're charismatic, full of energy. You allow yourself to be energized or not through the quality of thoughts that you chronically think about yourself, about the elements of your life, the world around you. If you can find thoughts that feel good, that get you buzzing, you're doing the right thinking. It's as simple as that. Loving energy flowing feels so good. That's all you need to remember. In love, so let's consider, in love there is no judgment, no criticism. It's a state of total acceptance and appreciation. If you can find thoughts of that quality about where you are right now, and most importantly about yourself, then you're going to raise your energy. Ask yourself, how often do you find yourself whinging and complaining? Maybe this is a bit of a wake up if you've not heard all this kind of stuff before, but the very behaviour of complaining shows there's a lack of love in you. Don't necessarily change what you're saying. If you just change your focus to change your feeling, it will change what you're saying. Life and success are both an inside job. So just pay attention to how you feel, manage your emotions by controlling your mind, by the quality of the thoughts that you're thinking. Look at the successful people who've come from nothing. Ronaldo, Madonna, lots of actors, Christopher Eccleston, we mentioned him earlier. What do they all have in common? They all love what they're doing. And they're constantly successful, love themselves, but not arrogantly. They're not pretending to when really they're, it's a mask of self-loathing. They generally just stand in a place of, quiet contentment. They're enjoying being themselves. They don't need to brag or anything. It's that authentic love, I think, is what we're all looking for here. So the solution to all of this, to be a charismatic actor, is love, and most importantly, self-love. Find thoughts that feel good to you about your acting career and about every other aspect of your life. Talk yourself into what you want, into your dreams. Just get yourself buzzing. Start giving it to yourself now. You don't need to wait for external validation. Your drama teachers or past drama coaches could have been telling you weren't very good. Their opinions are irrelevant. You can start giving yourself the energy you need now to succeed. Give it to yourself. And there's one more clip I just want to play, and this is basically sums up this whole thing of being optimistic and talking yourself into
that thing that you do is what step 3 is all about. That thing that you do is you must think in favor of it happening, not in discord. You have to be a cooperative component with your own powerful, important thoughts. You can't think against your own desires and allow that gap to close. You have to lean in the direction of it. Your work is to believe what you want. Talk yourself into believing what you want. Cease the split energy. I want it, but I would really like to have that, but I've wanted it for such a long time and it's just not happening. Yeah, right. I would really like to have that, but I don't know anyone that has that easily. I want that, but there's too much of a price that I would have to pay in order to get that. You often shoot your desires in the foot with your awareness of what is. And that's the part that we really want to get your attention about here and now. Because isn't this interesting? So you're standing in a place, living some life, and life shows you or brings you to an awareness that you are without something that you want to have. So knowing what you don't want or what you don't have helps you to know what you do want. So this desire becomes more and more and more until it comes into your conscious awareness. And so now you have a desire. You have a desire, and do you know what the only thing is that's keeping you from closing in on your desire, from having fun, watching things come into place and getting the fullness of it? Do you know the only thing that's keeping you from it? You're looking at what is, and what is opposite of what you want. And so the what is vibration has more of your airtime. You're talking more, thinking more about what is. And so you're not allowing yourself to talk and think about what's becoming. So you are pessimistic about what's becoming because you're talking about what is. And isn't that interesting? Don't you just find that interesting when you look at it that way, that the only thing that keeps you from moving to where you really want to be is talking about where you are incessantly. You're so interested in where you are. Let me explain to you where I am, you say to anyone who will pause and listen. Let me explain to you where I am. And oh, there's more. I need to tell you how I got here. And I'd like to tell you how long I've been here. And I'd also like to tell you how much I don't like being here. And hey, wait, I'm not the only one here. There are a lot of others here with me. None of us like being here. We all want something different than what we have. And we say, we know you do, but you can't get there that way. You got to let go of what is in order to allow what is becoming to become what is.
I think that one sums up everything. How did that sound? Because that is basically, you've got to talk yourself into it. Just expect the best for yourself and know that your feelings are telling you if you're on track to it or not. Yeah, so basically, let's summarize this now. You need to water yourself regularly with positivity, and your water is feel-good energy. Find a vision of the world that feels good to you, that brings you joy, and practice. Just, even if you've got no evidence of that in success right now, and if that's been hurting you, change that story you've got going on in your head to one that empowers you, and then just keep talking that empowering vision. So you talk yourself into everything with your thoughts and words. So if anyone says, how's your acting career going? I am so excited about it. I know some big stuff is coming. I'm excited. And if they say, what are you on about? If you got a wind of it, say, hell yeah. You don't need to tell them the detail. Then ask them about them. Jason said people love talking about themselves, but you don't need to explain, just as long as you maintain feeling good within yourself, maintain your high energy. When you start this work, I'd say don't focus on specifics, like trying to work out the minutiae of how else is going to change. Do I need to get an agent? Blah blah blah. Just go general. As you go general and you practice this over time, the effortlessly thinking optimistically becomes your default. And how do you know? I've said this countless times tonight. How do you know you're focusing right? You feel really good. So just imagine yourself at the very end, getting the Oscar up there with Spielberg or Tarantino or whoever you want to be acting alongside. See the end. Don't try and work out the journey there. Just see where you want to go and allow yourself to feel really good with that. But should I be realistic? Loads of people ask when doing this. I'm told this philosophy. Spencer, really good life coach and scientist. Consciousness is just an interpretation. Apparently, there's 60 billion people on the planet Earth. Everyone's got their own different perspective. None of us are living one reality. Consciousness is just our own individual interpretation. So you choose your viewpoint of the world. Never be realistic. Don't let other people hijack your thinking. The thoughts that get you buzzing will always be focused towards the top of the emotional scale. And remember, optimism in the direction of what you want. So they're optimistic, they're hopeful, enthusiastic, and exciting. You always get those emotions that you get the buzzing emotion when you're thinking in the direction of what you want. If you do the reverse and think you can't achieve it, it hurts. That's what depression is. To feel good and stress-free, you've got to be up to speed with your dreams and desires, believing in them, expecting them. It's about trusting in the good feeling, positive love energy, allowing it to consume you. That is all the evidence you need. Believe me, this will change how you live life, change your acting career. Never squash your dreams and desires. Kill your dreams, you kill yourself energetically. How do I know this? Because I did this for 15 years. I had 15 years of chronic fatigue. And the only way I could get myself out of it is reactivate those dreams. And this is why I teach this stuff now, because it's a game changer. You start to do stuff when you believe. If you just change your mental perspective, you stop facing reality and look further down the road towards what you want. Allow yourself to feel the excitement of the future. Charlie Chaplin, you may have heard of him. We think too much and feel too little. Allow yourself to feel more. Practice positive expectation. Mentally expect acting success. Okay, so I played that one already. Yeah, this is a very quick exercise. I mentioned this. Every time you see your reflection in the mirror or shop window, praise yourself. Start to become your number one fan. Tell yourself how attractive you are, how well you're doing, how nice a person you are. So many people are critical when they see themselves. They're not their friend. That changes their energy to one of negativity. Think of someone like Michael Jackson that started ripping his face apart because he was constantly seeing his reflection back and not liking it. Because fame can become destructive. If you talk yourself into loving yourself and appreciating yourself, you maintain a high energy, and you're a positive force in the universe. And in an industry that can be very toxic and it's very exterior focused, there's not much internal stuff happening with a lot of people, and you can be the difference. You can be the strong tent pole within a very fragile industry. We're at the end. Have any of you got any questions? I mentioned if you email me, send me, just say you checked in and watch this to the end, and I will send you. I've got on my website. It's week 4 of the workshop. I'll send you a login code so you can watch that. It's loads on Abraham Hicks in much more detail. So yeah, I'll send you that a login for free. But as I said, what I asked you to, if you could hear me okay at the beginning, so put in the chat the one thing that you've learned today that you're going to take away. I'll be really interested in what that is. And thanks so much for sticking to the end. A lot of people didn't. But hey, that'll be the same for their acting career. And you can train with me in screen acting via my online drama training platform. Don't go to dramaschool.com. So do let me know what you're taking away from today. That'd be really interesting. And we've got another one. I'll schedule this again in 2 months' time. And we've got one coming up in May called It's All About You, How to Bring Your Unique Self to Every Role. We've got some answers here. That's cool. James, thank you. A bit about not caring what others think of you. Yeah, no, absolutely. And that's a good lesson in life, not just acting. But yeah, I think to be creative, it takes great courage. And people don't realise that. You put yourself out there. Certainly if you're acting right, acting the way that I teach, you're tapping into your own truth. So you're exposing yourself. It's almost like you're allowing yourself to be emotionally naked in front of total strangers. Not everyone can do that, believe me. I've been teaching screen acting for over 15 years now. A lot of people want the dream, love to do it. They can't do it. I've even had people, enroll on workshops. They just cannot turn up. They just can't. Something that's happening mentally within them. They just can't do it. So the fact that if you can, embrace this teaching today, and that will get you moving forward. Yeah, fantastic, brilliant. Now that's cool. So I'm back next month. I'll repeat this in 2 months' time, as I said. Thanks so much for joining and staying to the end today, and have a really good weekend. Keep in touch. Let me know when, I won't say if, when this stuff starts working for you. I'll be really keen to know. But yeah, I'm going to log off now. Thank you so much. Have a really good rest of the evening. Have a really good week, and yeah, take care. Hopefully see you on another one of these in a few months' time.